Hi everyone. I had someone reach out to me with an email asking me about the best way to increase revenue at their hotel or lodging property. So I sent him an email response and thought I'd go ahead and make a quick video, share this information with you. You can find me at hotelrevenueman.com. That's my website. Here's my email, chris@hotelrevenueman.com. If you have a question or you'd like some help, I'm a hospitality consultant, so if you don't want to hire a full-time revenue manager, you can reach out to me and hire me for as little as an hour a week, and we'll have coaching sessions. I can walk you through some different situations and help you set up your future rates based on demand. This is the fictitious Wagon Wheel Inn. It has 100 rooms because the math's really easy. Annual occupancy is 55%. Annual ADR is 60, average daily rate, the average of all the rooms. I'm in a tourist town in the middle of the United States of America in Missouri, southwest Missouri. It's called Branson. And for a budget, an inexpensive property, these will be stats that are pretty close to what's typical. So this person who reached out to me, properties like this who are not actively practicing revenue management, a lot of times will just have the same rate every day. So I told him, here in our area, the times of low demand, the best way to increase revenue, I told him, was to lower during times of low demand because it will increase occupancy, which means your rooms are cheaper, so you'll sell more of them. That brings more money into the cash register, into the property. It's not necessarily profit, that's what I told him, but it does increase revenue. Also, I told him the biggest mistake that hoteliers make is they do not raise the rates high enough during times of high demand. In our area, that's weekends, which we'll call Friday, Saturday, and also on holidays. So lowering and raising your rates to match demand is the best way to increase revenue. Next question is, how in the world do you do that? So I put together this example. It's a little involved, a little deeper than what I usually go. I could have gone deeper than this, but I just wanted to give you a little inside track on revenue management and the different effects that it can have. So at this property, currently, it's $60 every day, regardless of what day it is. The occupancy, we'll say, is 55% on weekdays. Sunday isn't technically a weekday, but for revenue management, based on stays and checkouts, that's how we have to count it. And then the occupancy goes from 55% on the weekdays to sold out because the rooms are cheap, so they sell out easy during the times of high demand. We see the revenue here and here. It increases because they sell more rooms. This is per day, and then here we've multiplied the weekdays times 5 and the weekends times 2, so that's where we're getting those numbers. Profit is $16.50 a day, $3,000 on the weekends, and then here's the total for the week. Here's the occupancy. This is behind the scenes. I want to go ahead and show you how we figured this. For each day, and then on Friday and Saturday, it's 100%. That averages out to 68% for all seven days. The weekdays, there are 5 of them, so they count more heavily than the weekends. This is an updated scenario. During the weekends, we go from 60 to 50. It's about a 16-17% drop. So what happens? You go from selling 55 rooms to 70 rooms. Now the rooms are cheaper, but your revenue does technically go up. Now, when your revenue goes up, everyone gets excited, but I tell them they got to dig a little deeper. Because you sold more rooms, your cost also went up. I just assumed it cost $30 to put someone in a room. You can look at another video that I have. It's one of my 2 most popular videos. It's how much does it cost to put someone in a room, and it shows you how to figure that. I'm just going with 30 just because. It's a good average, and it's fairly close to real depending on what you're looking for. So your cost goes up too, which that's going to affect profit. So your profit per day during the weekday goes $1,650 to $1,400. Your revenue goes up because you sold more rooms, but you also incurred a higher cost, which means you made less money. But watch the weekend. This is what I was telling you. The biggest mistake hoteliers make is they don't go high enough during times of high demand. If you're selling out, that means your rate's not high enough because everyone gobbled up your rooms. So they go from $60 rate to $100 rate. You might say you can't raise it that much. I've shown hoteliers how they can double and even triple their rates during times of high demand, and they still sell out, which means they didn't go high enough. So this is very possible. You can go higher than this. And because you still sold out, that means people still thought it was a good deal and they bought up all your rooms. $10,000 in revenue each day versus $6,000. That's the kind of money they're leaving on the table. Now watch this. The cost is the same because you're selling 100 rooms. You're selling out the entire property. So you already incurred the cost. So revenue past this that you bring in is basically all profit. So the profit here was $3,000. Here it's $7,000. You're more than doubling each day. Okay, so let's see overall what that looks like. $64 ADR is average. So when you look at, we've gone up this much, the average goes from 60 to 64. It's not huge because we went so low here and then we went so high, but this is only 2 days. But the ADR went up some. The total occupancy went up. It went up because during these weekdays when we lowered the rates, we got more people to book. The reason that's good too, even though you make less profit, is you're getting new people who normally wouldn't have booked to try your property. Even if you get them from the OTAs, the websites like Expedia, Booking.com, and you have to pay them 20 or 30% commission, then you can, what you can do is once you get them on property, you can get their contact information, preferably their email, and then you can follow up with them, get them to leave reviews to increase your score, and also follow-up marketing, giving them discounts for booking directly, and that will save you more. If you gave someone 10% discount to book directly and you didn't have to pay 20 or 30% to the other websites, well, then you're ahead. So it's still good to get more people to use your property. And then they still sold out on the weekends. So we see doing proper revenue management takes the profits from $14,250 a week to $21,000. I'm going to call that 50%. It's real close. 50% increase in profit. So your revenue goes up during the weekdays, but you have more costs, so you made less money. And then on the weekends is where you really got ahead. So then somebody will say, what about 100% occupancy? I actually can only do 70% occupancy because I don't have enough housekeepers, and we can't flip the rooms or turn them or clean them on Friday for the people who are going to show up on Saturday. So what you need to do is sell fewer rooms, 30% fewer rooms. So what do? You go higher here. This is what I show people how to do. How much? Well, you practice each week. 110, it's probably going to be higher than that. You might even start at 150. You say, but that's crazy. But you're wanting to not sell rooms. You're telling me 30% of your hotel has to sit empty. So if you raise it to 150 and you're selling very few rooms each day, well, that's what you want because you got to top out at 70. Start at 150 and maybe people aren't buying until the week of. If you're getting nervous, then you start lowering it a little each day. The demand curve with each day of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it increases. So actually, if this were more accurate, which I didn't want to do because it makes the math a little bit crazier. This, even if all of the rates are the same, this would probably start at about 40% occupancy, then 50, 50, 55, 60, and each day of the week it gets closer to the weekend, the demand increases in our area. So someone says, what about a worker shortage? I can't clean all of those rooms and flip them. Well, then you have to raise your rates even higher to help keep those rooms empty. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. If it was a help or benefit to you, could you please leave me a comment? If you have a question, or maybe I got my math wrong in here somewhere, could you leave me a comment and help me out? And feel free to like, share, subscribe, and as I have new information, I'll be happy to share it with you. Thanks.